Hey there and welcome back to the craft room. This is it's the third video, but it's actually the second window, day 2 of our 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar reveal. So hopefully you've seen the first 2 videos and you've liked what you've seen, and you're starting to be a little bit tempted by this amazing calendar, which is it's really I'm impressed so far, I've got to say. So anyway, we're up to day 2, as I say. With the first video, we looked at the stamp set, which came outside the box as an extra. Then day 1, we got the dies that sort of go with the stamp set, plus a little bit more. And day 2 is what we're going to look at today. I'll just move my coffee and get it out of the way. Got to admit, I do know what's in there. I had a little bit of a sneak peek so I could prepare the video, and I've seen other demos looking at it as well. We have some absolutely gorgeous 6x6 designer series paper, and if you needed any hints, you can see the size of the door there. It had to be something 6x6, and that's what we've got. So we'll pop that aside and we'll have a look at this gorgeous paper. It's floral, which is much of our favourite paper is, and it's got some gorgeous colours. So, and lots of so there's soft ones there. So, and it's one-sided, so you don't have to traumatise about covering over the best side if you want to use it. So we've got some tone on tones. We've got some gorgeous flowers. Sort of basic beige there. Where's another one we haven't seen? This one. Looks like there's 2 sheets of each design. I'll just get out the one. As I say, there's no backside to see. And that's the last one, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Makes no sense to be 9. Maybe there's one I've missed. That one? Yeah, that one. Yeah, 10. So it looks like it's 20 sheets, 2 each of 10 designs. Really gorgeous. What I'm going to use is this one with the sort of, what would it be? It's a soft blue background. I don't know that it's balmy blue. There's actually no colour chart on it. But anyway, that one, and I'm going to use the beautiful basic beige one as well. So there we are. I would say it's balmy blue, but it's a softer blue than balmy blue. Maybe it's just light, misty moonlight. That's what I'm going to pair it with anyway. If I was wanting to really guess, I would say it'd be like an old boho blue or something like that, but we know it wouldn't be. So anyway, all good. I'm going to pair it with misty moonlight anyway. So I'll pop the rest of those back. I'm sure we'll see that paper pop up again over the next few days. As I say, the designs in the kit or in the calendar are designed to coordinate with each other, so you can bring them back in for future crafting. So I'm actually going to use both of these, and I'm going to make a top fold flap card, and I'm going to try and bring in the stamp set and the dies as well from the previous reveals. Okay, so I'm going to use the basic beige and these beautiful blue and white daisies there. So let's have that. Now I've already cut a card base, which is 5 3/4 by 4 1/8 out of Misty Moonlight, and I've cut an additional little flap there, which is 6 1/2 by 2 1/4, and it's got an inch tab at the top, so it folds over like that. I've also got a little piece of white, which is going to be our for our personal message and sit behind the door in there. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, I'm going to get the basic beige sheet. I'm going to cut that down to, will I make it a large border? No, I'm going to make it 3 7/8 by 5 1/2. So I'm having a fairly large border around the edge of that, and it's going to sit on our Misty Moonlight layer like that. So I'll just glue that on now. I won't get rid of my trimmer just yet because I'm going to use it again. What I'm going to do as well, sorry, before I glue that, I'm going to get our little flap, pop some glue on the back of that. I'm going to pop that over the edge of our designer series paper, okay? So it actually is there, okay? So it flaps over, and all of that will be glued to the back, the card back. And you can see I've actually measured that so that the bottom of the flap pretty much lines up with the bottom of the designer series paper, give or take. It's a tiny bit. Okay, so make that straight. Cool. Okay, so we've got the little tab hidden up and under the designer series paper there, you see? Okay, and I've got it off to the side as well. I think it just adds a little bit of interest if it's slightly off to the side rather than smack bang in the middle. Then, while I've got my trimmer out, I'm going to grab this beautiful blue and I'm going to cut that down to 2 inches by, I have to remind myself so I don't muck it up, 5 1/4. So 2 by 5 1/4. Don't want to waste this gorgeous paper by cutting it the wrong size. And that's going to sit on that front flap. So you can see where we're headed with this, can't you? So I'll pop that on there, and I think I can get rid of my trimmer now. So the blue and the beige, I think, are just so nice together. One of those tried and true combos. Okay, cool. Get rid of the trimmer. And we're going to bring this piece of white in. This is 2 1/4 by 5, I think. Yes. And I'll pop that now in, tuck it in behind the flap there so it can't be seen until the card is opened. There we go. Got to come over a little bit. A little bit more. Wasn't quite as precise as I thought, was I? There we are. There. So it's completely covered. When the card is closed, you can't see that panel till you open it up. It's a little bit unstraight now. May have actually been wise to make it a little bit more narrow, make it like 2 1/8 rather than 2 1/4, but that's it. That's pretty much right. There we go. So that's basically our card base. There we go. So top flap up like that. And now we can still do some decorating. So what I wanted to do was bring in and my camera is focusing in and out, apologies for that. I usually force it to focus on one thing when I'm doing videos, but I've obviously forgotten to change the settings. I'll do it for the next one. Won't muck around with it now. So getting our stamp set and our dies out, what I thought I would do is, because we're using Misty Moonlight, I'll do a couple of flowers in Misty Moonlight, sort of similar as that they've got on the designer series paper there. And I might do a darker version and a lighter version, if that makes sense. So it's sort of one sort of fairly dark and one lighter, so that they look a little bit different. So that small flower I might do dark. Where's my list today? There we are, and I'll wipe that off. The larger flower, just check my camera then. I had a horrible feeling I hadn't pressed start, but I had. Okay, the darker one, my Misty Moonlight's a little bit dry. I'm just going to grab a scrap of something and stamp that off once. And then stamp it on and see if I like that. Yep, I like that. So you can see there you've got two tones of the Misty Moonlight, a dark one and a light one, which seems to correspond nicely to the actual paper. So I'm happy with that. And each of the flowers if you check the design series paper, each of the flowers has a little yellow inside. So I'll grab the insides. Now we saw, using this stamp set, we saw it day before last when I made a one sheet wonder with it. And I think that by the looks of that yellow, I would say it's not... I would say that is, well, they're different actually. Some of them would be lemon lime and some of it would be crushed curry. One seems a little bit lighter than the other. We'll go crushed curry. It's a nice bold yellow. There we are. Pop those in there. So those, I'm going to die cut those in a second. I'm also going to add... I'm going to use the dies and get some little green foliage out of those as well. But I thought I'd use, because we haven't used him before, there's a little butterfly here. And if you've got flowers, you just need butterflies too, don't you? And he's a lovely little butterfly. He's got a little wings and then he's got a separate sort of abdomen, and you can do him in two different colours. Don't think I'm going to need, no, I don't think I'm going to need that. Now, colour. Colour, what's the nice colour that goes with our Misty Moonlight? Let's check the wheel. So there's our Misty Moonlight there. So it is suggesting I go something like peach pie, yeah, or pumpkin pie, sort of an orangey one. Okay. I probably wouldn't have picked that, but let's try peach pie. We can always say we don't like it. Oh. So if I make our little butterfly's wings, and there's no die for him, so I'm going to have to fussy cut him. Keep him away from the others. Okay, so a little peach pie body. Wings, I mean. It's a bit tight, that one. And I might... find my go-to colour, which isn't in its thing. I was looking for my, where are you? Oh, don't say I've lost it, because I would be devastated looking for my secret C. But anyway, I can't find it. I must have put it in the wrong hole or something. Anyway, I'll find it I'll go back to our Misty Moonlight for his body. There we are. So he's a cutie. He's a real cutie. So I'm going to fussy cut him first before I get the die cutting machine out. Wonder where my secret C is. Just around his little antenna. I think these guards are going to be quite involved by the time I open all 12 doors. If I try to incorporate every single previous one, it's going to be like that 12 Days of Christmas song, isn't it? Where you have the what is it? 5 gold rings, 4 turtle doves, 3 French hens, and the whole kit and caboodle all lined up together. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm interested to see where we end up. Okay, so let's grab my cut and emboss machine and the dies for these 2 flowers. I'm going to do a plain white one as well, there's another die there that just does an embossed sort of flower image, so I'll do that in white. And I'm going to do this little piece of green foliage in a green. Which green will I choose? Oh, Misty Moonlight. Let's have a look which green they suggest. Lemon Lime Twist. Okay, or Green Apple Green. Let's get out the Lemon Lime Twist. Oh no, I want scraps of cardstock. Oh, apologies, I just bashed. So I need a scrap of cardstock that is Lemon Lime Twist or Green Apple Green. So I don't have to start a new piece. Just bear with me. I'm looking in my scraps box. Usually have scraps everywhere. Oh, hang on, we used Green Apple Green yesterday. Where's that? There it is. And you're getting a bit spontaneous with these cards. It's a bit hard to be prepared in advance. But anyway, we've got there. So I'm going to die cut those. I'm going to have a white one out of that and have a couple of these out of the Granny Apple Green. And I've already fussy cut our butterfly. So I haven't worked out sentiment yet. So I'm going to put my thinking cap on while I'm working and think of sentiment. You can see yesterday's what are they? Yesterday's rainbows are still here. So I'll put that there. Put that there. I want you there. Yeah, which way do you go? That way. Haven't used the dies on this stamp set yet, so we just have stamped it so far. Yeah, which way do you go? Once you see it, you see it. But sometimes it's a little bit, I think it's that way. No, let's just do a bit of a rotation until we actually find where we're supposed to be. There, yes, that's it there. Thankfully I haven't stamped them so close together that I can't do them. And we've got one green foliage there. I reckon, oh no, I'll come back and do the leaf because I want to do at least a couple of green leaves. Okay, so let's pop that through first. Very cute. Very cute. And very green. And I'll do another one of these. Get rid of that. Bring in the white. And while I've got this colour here, I may do, I was thinking about doing just another one of the little rainbows. I'll do that there. So this is the little just embossed flower. That's cute. Put that there. And I've got another leaf. I might do a third leaf. Never want to be caught short with our leaves. There's our little little rainbow. We know that one. Do one more leaf and then we can assemble this. Still thinking about sentiment. Okay, so we've got our second generation stamping there. Our first generation Misty Moonlight here. And our plain white one. Here we are, a little butterfly. You can sit up there. And some greenery. Yeah, I think those colours work well, don't they? Pop those on. Just getting an idea for how it looks, and then I'll pop it all in. Okay, what do we reckon? Pretty good? It's a little bit far away for you to tell, but yeah, it's pretty good. So we might do that. Then I have to think about sentiment. I might have the sentiment coming out that way. See how we go. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's glue this all on. Now with this design, as long as your images, sort of your die cuts don't go outside the wide footprint of the card, you can sort of have it overlapping that narrow bit. Doesn't matter too much. And it actually looks quite nice when you have them sort of outside the sort of hanging in thin air type thing. I'm going to pop this on a little dimensional. It hasn't got a lot of area to pop a dimensional on, but I'll give it a go. Just in the centre there. Yeah, cute. A bit of greenery. Always love my greenery. It sort of lifts the design in my view if you pop a little bit of greenery on it. And this Granny Apple Green is definitely bright. There we are. Little butterfly. I'm going to pop him on some dimensionals as well. Sorry, I've gone away from my mic a bit there. Apologies. Actually, I'll take that one, the middle one out. I'm going to put glue on the centre, and then I've got dimensionals on either side of his wings. So he looks like he's got a little bit of flapping happening. Him up there. So the two dimensionals will lift his wings a bit. And if I just put my finger just till that glue sticks. Yeah, there we go. See how he looks like he's flying a little bit? You can see there. Yeah. That's just what I want. Excellent. Okay, so that's that. Looking good so far. I'm going to pop this little rainbow inside. Get rid of its little rays, little bows. There we are. That's so cute. Couldn't miss that one out. Okay, right, now, sentiment we've been thinking of the whole time. Let's obviously use our stamp set again. Thinking of you, big thanks, birthday. Yeah, you know, I'm going to do birthday because I've just realised this morning how few birthday cards I actually have at the moment. Obviously we're all concentrating on Christmas at the moment, and I found myself pretty much devoid in the birthday department. I'm trying to find a piece of white. Is that a piece of white? Yep. There we go. Hopefully that's big enough. Yes, it is. So birthday wishes. and I'll be able to use this one later on when I need it. Oh, and I still can't find my secret tea. I wish I could. That's all right. We'll use our Misty Moonlight. It must. Oh, there it is. I found it. I found it when I was uncovered something else. I'll put Misty Moonlight away. We'll go to Secret Sea for our sentiment. There we go. Stevie's just back with the dog from their walk. Bless you. And I'll trim that down. Knocked over my coffee then. That's 5/8 of an inch I've made that. It's slightly wide. I'm just going to go another 1/16 of an inch. Yeah, that's, you just trim that one down to whatever size you think you're going to need at the end of it. Here we are, birthday wishes. I'll pop that across like that, so it's half on the card and half off, just like that. So it lines up on this right hand side with the edge of our card. So it only needs dimensionals on that for the first half, and the rest of it's going to sort of just hang in space there. We want some big dimensionals for that. About to there. Okay, and that's done. There we are. Isn't that cute? So that's our gorgeous designer series paper there with the blue daisies, gorgeous, and the beige sort of background there, which sort of is lovely in itself, but it doesn't sort of detract from the pattern and the sentiment, which is really, really nice. I'll grab some bling. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that tomorrow's door may give us some absolutely amazing bling, I think. I'm not sure. But we'll use our silver rhinestone jewels just for now, which will go lovely with the blue anyway. Blue and silver would be nice. There we are, just one more. Here we go, and this little guy's done. Okay, so that's day 2, our gorgeous 6x6 designer series paper. It's one-sided designer series paper. So hopefully you like that, and you'll pop back tomorrow for day 3.